ain't had to, but for me, I got to. My shadow and myself on walls look like I'm lost for why to want me dead. I know they plot to. Trapped in this inferno, don't know the layers of hell I got through. I miss the days of my life when the sky was never not blue. Wish that I flew. They ain't know I knew the times it took, the fights inside, the times inside my home. I couldn't find a club. Thoughts inside my head that always seem to fuck my mood up. The ones that say you almost 30, you should have made it sooner. Nigga. Either my moment should have played it cooler. It's better Bobby the less, you know I'm like Tetsuo. Hope after this life there ain't no hell that come after. You know my pain, it's like a skeletal fracture. Tell me I matter, I know that tone soft, I guess the rest they couldn't. I hope my nigga will keep him safe around no white woman. How a kid that was filled with joy becomes such an empty man. I feel like guts with the blade. Them demons gave my skin the brain. I'm on my own now, you let my soul down. No longer show face, I keep the brim down. Kill every showcase, they say he hand now. The cross I'm nailed to, I was born hell-proof. My way your burdens tip the scale too. Storms I sail through, enough about the vessel. It's really all about the soul within. Like you walking under moonlight, it's best I don't come home again.
Shout out to the homie Seth Hassan. I see you,
Shout out to
Cleveland
the
Zone,
Seth.
baby. I see you. I rocks with it. That's Carl off the album. You know what I mean? That I rock with that song. You know how we do. We show love to all the independent artists. So if you're an independent artist, make sure you send all your information over. Here's the Hyper Podcast at gmail.com. We're going to get you rolling. Make sure it's hot, though. We ain't playing under that mediocre, okay stuff. You know what I mean? I ain't about that life. All right, let's get straight to business. Welcome. This is the Hyper Podcast. Let me put up there for everybody to see. Yep, we made it. We made it. Another Thursday. We going live and in effect. You know what I mean? Give it up for the cast. Give it up for the cast.
Appreciate it.
Give it up for the cast. Give it up for the chat. We love y'all. We need y'all. We appreciate y'all. Without y'all, we are nothing. All right, enough of that. Let's get straight to business. Okay, so you know how we do it. I got to do my introductions first, and then we're going to get to business after. First of all, welcome to my main man, Ray. 6:23 a.m., Art Dealer Entertainment on all platforms.
Yes,
Shout out to the
sir.
homie Cal, Warner Brothers Podcast on all platforms. And I am DJ Chill, better known as John B. Is the Hyper Podcast on all platforms. You know we going live. We in effect. Chat already doing their thing. I'm going to put them up there in a second. Appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out. We going to ask of y'all to do your homework. There will be a test at the end. We want y'all to like, subscribe, and enjoy to 6:23 a.m. Art Dealer Entertainment on all platforms. We want you to like, subscribe, and enjoy to the Warner Brothers Podcast on all platforms. And we want you to like, subscribe, and enjoy, of course, to Is the Hype Real Podcast on all platforms. Yeah, I mean. All right. We're going to get straight into it. No delay. We got a lot to talk about, so we're going to skip all the pleasantries. Let's get into the breaking news. Breaking news. Guess what, everybody? We got our icon coming back with some heat. Your boy J. Cole said he's dropping the album February 8th, The Fall Off.
Cool world.
Oh my God, this is going to be crazy. This is said to be one of his, if not one of his, probably his last album ever. I don't believe it, but if it is, it's gonna be just all types of shenanigans. He gonna probably have some cats on there that's going crazy. He already dropped the video that we gonna look into. But first off and foremost, I'm gonna go to my main man Cal. I want you to speak on J. Cole as a career and what you gonna do about this album. How you feeling? What you thinking?
I'm honestly surprised we're getting it this early. You asked us last week what albums we're looking forward to the most in 2026. I said J. Cole. I expected this to come like closer to spring or summer. I was not expecting it, beginning of February. Can't wait. I mean, Cole's a legend. He's earned the respect in this game. I need a Kendrick collab on that album, though. We've been waiting for it. We were supposed to get a collab album years ago, never got it. I need a Kendrick feature for sure on that album. That's the main thing I'm looking for. But man, Cole's grown so much as an artist. I mean, I'm just looking forward to it. I don't think he's gonna miss. He hasn't missed in several albums, so I'm ready.
6:23 a.m. What you got for me? Are you ready for The Fall Off? because he says in his video that we'll show you snippets of here in a second. So stay tuned. We're gonna give you a hot 30 seconds of that fire. He says, if you haven't watched it, you should. It's amazing. He says the fall off is inevitable. That's a message for you right there. Do you think that he's gonna fall off on this album? He's probably not. But do you think has anything to do with him getting to that age in his mind where he feels like everybody's gonna fall off inevitably? Or is he just going to just have this as one of those peak performances and then come back with something else later, kind of like a Jay-Z, the Black Album type ordeal?
Yeah, I think it's more the latter, kind of like Jay-Z. Like he's smart enough to study the game and know there's a time when there's a dip, but I think he looking at it more so. You know, he always using basketball references. He looking at it as a way he going out on top.
Yes.
You know, I got the rings, I got the success.
Yes.
I choose when I quote unquote fall off, but I'm leaving the
Right.
game healthy. You know, my family good.
On top.
So yeah, and he work. You can't work on an album 10 years and think it's not gonna do what it's supposed to do.
Correct.
So I think, and a double disc. Everybody know all the greats do one double disc. It's like Biggie and Pac set that trend, and every solo artist do it. So this is J. Cole. J. Cole's time up to do it, and I think he gonna deliver, man, for real.
Of course. Of course. And I'll end it off with I'm going to get to the chat. Chat said it's going to be legendary AS capital F. That's big business right there. And he said, Cole didn't need Kendrick. He clears. Cole don't need Kendrick. He clears. So
Cole don't need anybody.
that's
You don't
true.
need him,
He
but I
don't,
think
he
I
don't
agree with
want it.
Kyle. I still want to hear them together one
It'd
more.
be
If it's
awesome.
your last album, I got to hear y'all one more time.
It would be absolutely amazing. So my thoughts on the album is I want to know who's going to produce. I want to see the features. But I did a little research. You know, I had to do my digging. And upon doing so, I found that he is going to be releasing an exclusive vinyl with this album. So you can only get it. It's going to be a certain amount printed and pressed. And you can only get it if you pre-order the album. And then he said in the article that this is going to be like the only one of these that are going to be printed at this capacity. And then after that, if anything, it's a reprint. But he's only going to do the first edition once. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
already
need that.
pre-ordered. I already pre-ordered. I ain't gonna lie. I
need
don't
that,
even
man.
own a record player. I got it just to be a collector's item. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He said it's only the only time that art's gonna come out. It's the only time it's gonna do anything like that. So I went ahead and cop. I'm not gonna lie. If y'all want to go cop, y'all pre-order J. Cole vinyl album. You know, my main man Speed. Shout out Speed. He was talking about vinyl albums, and it really made me think like, man, I would love to start listening to some vinyl. So when I seen the opportunity, I jumped on it because I didn't want to miss it and come
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Now I
Oh,
will
I-
mind y'all, it's gonna be like $70. It's like 65, okay, with tax and delivery and everything. But it's a double album with an exclusive cover, and it said it might have some exclusive content to come along with it. I can't be mad at that. Can't be mad at that at all. You gotta take that as it comes. Pause. So we gonna get into some of the album for those who haven't heard because he went ahead and released the track to go along with it. So sit back, open up your ears and your minds, and let's hear some good old J. Cole. I'm gonna put it up here, and then I want the chat to chime in. If you haven't heard it, go on there and check it out on YouTube. I got a hot 30 for y'all. Let's get it popping. I even got the words and everything since y'all, some people like visuals. Let's get busy.
I persevered through the worst. My thirst to adhere is a curse. My life, I see it in reverse. I first appeared in a hearse. The driver steered to the church. My grandkids carried the coffin to the altar as they burst into tears from their shirts. The tears rise to the sides of their face and into their eyes is piercing where hurt. Fast forward 60 years, I got birth to the year. My purpose is scared to murk. Never dare work with death. Best alive, and what you now hear is the work.
Ooh, that man is.
That's a hard pocket he picked, man. That's
Oh my God. Go ahead, Ray.
no. I'm just listening to the music, man. We still fans at the end of the day.
I turned into a fanboy when I heard
Yeah.
this. I'm driving home. I played this song 7 times. And then I didn't even realize that he goes off on at the end. So it's really like a song and a half. And he goes off at the end, and that's when he goes into a whole different mindset and pocket and goes absolutely bananas. Absolutely bananas.
And let's mention one thing. All the dudes that's in the big three, the Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, all of them is dropping albums that's like career defining albums. You know what I mean? Kendrick
so?
already did it with
Career-defining?
GNA. I say career defining because it's after the beef, after all that happened. You know, all the buddy shit is over. They grown men. They all
Yeah.
successful. Cole about to drop his, and then everybody looking forward to Iceman. So
I'm looking forward to Bully too. I'm just gonna slide that in there. But I'm really looking forward to this because I'm a Kanye fan. But I'm
Me too.
really looking forward to this J. Cole because I think he's gonna be on a whole nother planet.
Mhm.
It's crazy that he's doing a double album. Like the double album, I didn't expect.
I'm glad.
If the album's gonna sound like this though, like Cole does soulful beats so well.
Yeah.
Like that's such a perfect place for him to be. Like if the album's gonna sound like that, that's amazing. I mean, the last album he had that Dipset sample that he killed. Like he just does that pocket so well with the soulful
Yeah,
beats.
for sure.
That's where he lives,
it's-
man. That's his
If
home.
this is
That's
what we're
where
gonna
he
be sounding like.
resides.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Cool. So that was the breaking news. J. Cole album dropping February 8th. I'm surprised it's dropping
February
so soon.
6th.
February 6th? I thought it was the 8th.
2/6.
I'm glad I pre-ordered.
Yeah.
So since we on the heels of entertainment, we gonna get into some of this music. Y'all ready to keep it moving? Anything to add? Anybody? We gonna keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
All right. Let's talk about some entertainment. You know what I mean?
Not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? So we're gonna get into some entertainment questions. And I want to ask y'all. We only got really one thing on an entertainment standpoint, but we're gonna talk about somebody who was looked at as the king, the man, numero uno. I'm pretty sure a lot of us might have even been made by this man, and even generations after, possibly. I want to talk about R. Kelly. Yeah, he's in jail, but I want to ask you: is R. Kelly still the king of R&B? Recently, within the last few months or whatnot, umpteen months, he dropped a remix. And before we get in the conversation, again, I'm gonna give y'all that it's not hip, because I wasn't hip. I had to go do my research. And I'm a research guy. I love pulling up research. And he did a Residuals remix. And he has something to say about everybody in the industry right now. I'm gonna play it for y'all, and y'all gonna tell me what y'all think. Chat, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think also. Here we go.
First, I wanna thank my fans for being the realest. Now let's get down to business on this breezy remix. Had to make this phone call just to let you know you ain't shit. It's questions on my mind. It's questions on my mind. You're still selling my music, making all this money. Don't even send shit to my books for commentary, no. Oh, in this place, I know I don't deserve this. It's questions on my mind. It's questions on my mind. Did I build you up? Build you up when I wrote you off? Those years. How you love? Not talking about no cheating.
Whoa. Yo, and I want you to think about this. This is from a jail phone. He didn't go to a studio and record this. This is him in jail singing over the phone.
Everybody like, nah, hell no. Turn
it, bro. I can't believe it. This man is so you telling me R. Kelly's still not the king of R&B? He talking straight cash on this. Let's get to the chat. The chat said my man Straw said no. Ryan, shout out to Ryan pulling up first time ever. I appreciate you. He said, "Oh hell no, brother, turn off his doggish." Respect, Ryan. So y'all's telling me that if R. Kelly was to come out and drop an album, the free man, he served his time. That means he has served his sentence. That means he get a fair shot of society again. That he would not be the king of R&B. I'm gonna start with you, Ray. Would he not be, and is he still not the king of R&B?
It's hard to say because to me, King is like solidified. I don't think he would be the current hottest artist. I don't think he would be making the current best music. But overall, he's still the king to me, just off albums, influence, writing. He's still the king. But if he came out, I don't think he would be the hottest artist. If that makes sense.
Chat said, "Fuck no."
I'm laughing at the chat.
Yeah.
Oh man.
My man Strong said where he needs to be in jail. That's crazy word. Lefty pulled up. He said, "It's decent. Of course, it's decent." He talking to the people. He said, y'all selling all my music, man. Ain't it funny? Ain't putting no money on my books. Is how you doing? Like, he talking to these. Did I build y'all up? He did. Kelly built up a lot of these R&B cats. He did. Without Kels, there is no a lot of these guys out here.
Yeah, that's a
Probably
fact.
no Usher.
True.
You know what I mean? A lot of these guys wouldn't get the opportunity. So you got to give credit where it's due. You know what I mean? So, Cal, I turn to you before we go back to the chat. Is R. Kelly the king of R&B? And I'll add a little, extra to that. Would he still be the king of R&B if once he's released and free? Would he be like the next age Charlie Wilson, where he's just timeless?
I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around a 2026 R. Kelly track over
Yeah.
the jail phone. Like, that shit's still wild to me.
But it
Listen.
wasn't fire. I thought it was fire. I ain't
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
you can't deny the talent. You can never deny the talent with R. Kelly. Here's the thing about being a king. Like Ray said, if you're a king, it's solidified, right? If you're a king, though, it can also be stripped. And there's certain things that you would do in order for you to be stripped. I feel like R. Kelly has done enough to be stripped of his title. Thing is,
Stripped of the
if
title?
I said to you guys like who would be next in line, which I've done this with Keenan on our podcast. It's like
Yeah.
who would be next in line. It's hard. You can't clearly make a case for someone at number 2, right? Like Usher comes to mind, but you could. There's probably honestly 10 names you could say after R. Kelly.
Okay.
Now, if R. Kelly didn't do what he did and wasn't in jail, probably be no question about it. I mean, he, like you said, his influence, his talent, just what he does in R&B is so different from what everyone else does in R&B.
Correct.
And the R&B that was existing in his era is no longer today. That's almost like niche R&B now. To answer your question, if he came out of jail, he ain't. I mean, people ain't really gonna be rocking with Kels like that, unless for some reason it was found that like he didn't do any of the shit that he did. But
I can't wait
with
to
that
go.
background information, which did happen, no one's gonna be rocking with him like that. But I agree, man. There's no one who's as influential as him in R&B, as far as male R&B artists go. But certain things can get you stripped as a king, and pedophilia would be one of them. So
Okay.
that's all I can say. That's all I
All
can
right.
say.
Listen
dark.
here. Listen here, y'all. Listen here.
But as an artist, man, he's A1. He's A1.
I do
He
not
really is.
agree with anything R. Kelly. Before I even go, I'm gonna get into the chat. Chat going crazy. My man D, what up, D? He said, "What's going on, fellas? Yeah, R. Kelly is still the king of R&B. He has written a lot of hits for your favorite artists. Flat out. Okay." My main man Strong said, "Don't eat the honey bun, R. Kelly." That's a Jailhouse reference. If you know, you know. My main man Lefty. Shout out Lefty. X World in the building. We're gonna get some of them artists on here. I love those young men. They're doing something major. I can't wait to look to see what they come up with. He said it does not need to be turned. It does not need to be a turn in the industry where older artists never stop building their craft, because he could very well be more developed now than then. I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Listen, I don't agree with anything R. Kelly did. I think it's diabolical. I think it's disrespectful. I think it's downright disgraceful. But I still don't see nothing wrong. Bump and grind. That's all I'm saying. You can't tell me if R. Kelly came out with an album, as talented as this man is, niche or not, with the new technology and thought process that he has to talk about, you think he ain't gonna make Trapped in the Jail Cell chapter 5 million? This man is gonna be able to take everything that's happened to him and make hit after hit after hit, on top of writing, which you can't even read from what they say, writing hits for all these up and coming artists. All these artists that I would love to work with R. Kelly. They might not do it on the surface where they're making it known, but R. Kelly's sound will be forever undeniable. It's almost like when you hear a Neo song, you know Neo wrote it. Or you hear a Dream song, you know the Dream wrote it. It's just the way it is. So I think R. Kelly, once he gets out, I don't care if he's 60, he's still gonna come out and take the throne. He just might be stripped away, but he's gonna take it back as the king of R&B. I'm gonna get to the chat for y'all respond to me. A championship is forever. Can't deny good music. I don't care who the person is. I got pretty big rings, not like pretty big things. I'm just saying, you can't knock a man because he has some bad habits. You know, y'all still listen to Michael Jackson. and say he's the greatest ever. And there was rumors going. It wasn't proven, but it was rumors going around that he did some interesting things too over there in Neverland. Okay, I'm just gonna toss that out there. R. Kelly just got caught.
Damn, man.
Wow.
I'm just
wild.
saying. I'm just saying. But how can y'all really? He was telling on himself for years.
He was.
My
he was.
mind's telling me no,
There was a whole tape.
but my body. I'm just saying. Age ain't nothing but a number. Let's just keep it real. But I think if he steps away from that music that he did do, and I agree with Strong, unfortunately, he might have been singing about the kids. The Pied Piper. What was the Pied Piper known for? The story of the Pied Piper, if you don't know, is that he went to the village because he got rid of all the rats in the village using his flute, and they didn't want to pay him. So instead, he went back to the village and used his flute again to take all the little kids, and they followed him off and were never found. To nickname yourself the Pied Piper is diabolically
shit.
crazy. But I still don't see nothing wrong with Lil Bummy Grind. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't step in the name of love every time that motherfucking song come on. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, Mission Come On. Mission Come On. It's still gonna set the place off. You
Man,
already
come
know.
on,
You already know.
Booty. Come on, man. I know it's sick if you try to. You can't. Everything couldn't have been about kids. Could it? Could it? Maybe. I don't know. That dude ain't getting out till 2045, and I'm buying the album.
2045.
In 2045. I'm just like I just bought that J. Cole vinyl. I'm buying the R. Kelly vinyl. You know what I'm saying? My man Strong said Mike beat the case. He did, but he had a case. Forever damaged reputation. But y'all still beat it. Y'all still smooth criminals. Moonwalking and shit. Okay. So let's be real about this. Say it's gonna be flying cars by the time he get out. You're right. They're gonna have one of them scooters from Back in the Future. Okay, so enough about Kels. Any final thoughts before we move on? Chat.
Nah.
Any final thoughts on Kels? Y'all gonna leave him alone? Leave Kels
like,
alone.
He's like,
Leave him
nah.
alone, man. Let Kels be, man. He's serving his time. Chat still
It does
tapping
suck
in.
because there is a world like where if none of this happened, he could have that like Charlie Wilson second
would
half
be
of
the
his career
man.
that y'all are talking about.
He be the
And
man.
He would kill it in that position, but you know,
I mean,
other
man.
things happen.
Tay said, besides Chris Brown, R&B is slowly dying without him, which is sad for real. It is. Him, Chris Brown and Usher, they the only ones carrying the throne of R&B superstars. Okay. Enough with the pedophile. I mean, enough with R. Kelly. Hey, everybody catch strays around here. You know what I'm saying? If I did something wrong, they be talking about me, and I'm not even famous yet. Okay, so let's get into it. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready to move on? Anything else,
Yep.
anybody? All right, let's get into some sports talk, baby.
Will be perfect in every aspect of the game. You drop a pass, you run a mile. You miss a blocking assignment, you run a mile. You fumble the football, and I will break my foot off in your John Brown hind parts, and then you will run a mile. Perfection.
Perfection is all it is about sports. Sports is all about perfection. It's all about being the greatest. It's all about winning, and everybody wants to be the king. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to be the GOAT. If you don't, what you playing for? Okay, so let's get into some NBA news first before we get into our special event of the evening. NBA news. Giannis and the Milwaukee Bucks were absolutely getting obliterated. And the fans were not happy. They chimed in and they booed the Milwaukee Bucks. Boo! Y'all terrible. Y'all stink. Okay. So Giannis still playing hard all the way through. Pause. He goes in, gets a dunk and one, and then turns around and boos the crowd back. Okay. So, is this the end of the road for Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Milwaukee Bucks? Is it over? Is it done? Is he finished with this team in this city? What do y'all think? I'm gonna start with my main man, Cap. What you got?
It's hard to say because he doesn't handle himself like other NBA superstars who want to trade have in the past. Like he's not being petty. He's not on IG like sending subtle like shots at his team or his
Yeah.
teammates. He's still playing hard. He's still been very respectful to the city of Milwaukee. Anytime anyone asks him about Milwaukee or the franchise, so it's really hard to say. I can't see him getting traded at the trade deadline in a few weeks here. I think if a trade were to happen, it would be over the summer. But it's really hard to say with Giannis because, again, he's been so deferential and respectful every step of the turn where he could have been like, I'm not answering that question. Or, you know what I mean? Like, kind of how, like, Ja's doing right now. Ja seems like he's going to be moved within the next 3 weeks.
Damn.
Giannis, I don't really see that
3
happening.
weeks. You think so?
And could
Okay.
be.
Go for it. I'm listening.
Yeah, no. Giannis just seems, I don't know. I mean, I still think I don't know what seed they are right now. I still think a healthy Giannis with shooters around him, depending on who they got in the playoffs, is a tough matchup. Obviously, they're not a contender, but I still think they're a tough matchup for anybody. So, I mean, by the trade deadline, which I think is that same day Cole drops, I think it's February 6th, I can't see Giannis being moved by then. And I think if he is going to get moved, it will be this summer, and he will outright say to the franchise, like, look, move me. And we haven't
Respect.
seen that yet. We haven't seen that yet. He's so far seems loyal to the franchise.
All right, I'm gonna jump in. My 2026 prediction
Ooh.
was Giannis is going to be traded from the Milwaukee Bucks. And not only is he going to be traded, he is going to be traded to the LA Lakers. It's going to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all over again. They're going to trade a boatload of picks. They're going to trade some young talent. LeBron's going to be ousted, or this might. And the thing is, it don't even have to be this year. I predict by next season, Giannis will be traded to the LA Lakers. I know he's going to be traded, but my prediction is the Lakers. They always get the showstopper, and they
Who they
have a
getting back?
relationship with the Bucks. Listen, like I said in my prediction, they'll figure it out. I'll trade everybody for Giannis and then figure it out. Giannis and Luka, I'll figure out the rest. That's just my prediction. Giannis is out of there. He doesn't want to be there. You say he hasn't been saying cryptic things. He's been saying he needs help. He's been saying he's unsatisfied. He's not happy with the organization, how they're handling things. He was upset that they brought in Dame Lillard and he blew out a tire. So it's just ugly right now for the Milwaukee Bucks. And I don't see them doing anything to retool to be able to take on an actual run at the NBA playoffs. I mean, well, maybe the playoffs. Definitely not the Eastern Conference, and absolutely not the finals. I'm gonna get into the chat. Chat pulled up and they showing out. Appreciate y'all. The Bucks shitty AF. He carried this bad franchise the whole time on his back, and this is how they repay him. I agree. They tried the Dame Lillard, experiment. It didn't work. It's just the way it is. Dame Lillard's older than Jesus, respectfully to all my people that follow that religion. So I just think he's going to be out of there. My prediction is he goes to the Lakers. Before I jump back into the chat, matter of fact, I'm going to jump to the chat, and then Ray, I'm going to let you do your thing. There is no excuse for being unprofessional. As a professional athlete, they should hold themselves to a higher standard because they are role models, idols, etc. Shout out Soldier Man. But shout out to my main man, Charles Barkley. I am not a role model. They're humans too. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. They're getting paid $1 gazillion to do what they do. One more time for the chat, right? Damn, I can't keep up. It says, yeah, he's over it because the team's not making moves to help him be a contender. He say it a lot to the media. He does. He just flats out and he says it. I give him that. My main man Zay said, if he goes to the Lakers, thumbs down. Bengals versus Browns. Tickets on me. What? Zay, say less. Hey, you got my number, bro. I will show up. Don't threaten me with a good time. If he goes to the Lakers, thumbs down. Bengals versus Browns, tickets on me. I got you. Hope Haslam will not. Haslam will never let him go. And that's another thing. Haslam has ownership in the Bucks. People don't know that. Shout out my man Strong for the hidden fact. Ray, what you got for me? Is Giannis up out of there when it comes to the Milwaukee Bucks? Boo.
Yeah, I think he up out of there. just like Kyle said, I don't think it's gonna happen during the trade deadline. I think it's gonna happen in the summer. And the only reason I think that is because I think they thought about trading him earlier, and then they saw the market, and it's just a bad market for a superstar. It's like, what are you really gonna get back for him? Because any team you send him to, you pretty much gonna deplete that team. So I think personally he might end up with the Knicks if they don't do too well this year. Because Karl Anthony Towns, he kind of seemed expendable, so they might trade him for Giannis in the summer. But he just tiptoeing around it. He just scared to say it. He's scared to have that bad image on him. He don't want to be a villain, but we know he want to get traded. He just ain't said it publicly. And I don't know what it is about Doc Rivers. I'm starting to think he overrated every time he goes
Terrible.
somewhere.
Terrible.
He got one ring and he just held as the greatest coach ever. And it's just like he's a solid coach, but every team he goes to, kind of the locker room kind of die. You know what I mean? It gets stale real quick.
Get
So
dry. That's not Giannis. Okay.
yeah, so I think Giannis gonna be up out of there. Him and his brother. You know his brother going with
Man,
him.
anywhere
So.
Giannis go, his brother go. That's
Exactly.
a package deal, bro.
You got to give my brother a job too.
Listen, man. When we
LeBron
blow
and
up, we
Bronny.
taking the family with us. Like you got,
Yeah, I
I got a
respect Giannis
job.
for that.
They need
You
a
got a
job.
job.
Simple
Yep.
as that. I don't care if they mopping the floor. He's the coldest. Giannis' brother is the illest dude on the end of the bench. He be all into the game like he a fan.
Hey man. Hey, need a
Do his
good locker
job.
room dude.
Hell yeah.
My main man Zay pulled back up. He said the Knicks make sense in my opinion. You just
Mhm.
don't want them to go to the Lakers. That's all it is. The Lakers make stuff happen. People ain't think they was gonna get Luka. Abracadabra. People ain't gonna think they was gonna
Man,
get
that was a
LeBron.
favor, man.
Abracadabra.
that was a
People
whole
ain't
different
think
thing.
they was gonna get AD. Abracadabra.
I
They
say,
ain't think they
I
was gonna
say,
get Kareem, originally from Milwaukee. Abracadabra. Come on, man. They have a history of pulling rabbits out the hats with these superstars.
why
They
you
should
think that
trade
is?
Bronny for Thanasis.
Listen here. Let's say my
That
main
ain't gonna
man
happen.
Soldier Man pulled up. What's up? What up, bro? He said, can they trade him without taking the cap apron hit? I don't know. Good question. To be continued on that. We can look it up. I don't know how much of a hit he'd take. How much of a hit will he actually take? I think it'll be absolutely crazy the hit that they're gonna have to take. Because he didn't re-up, did he? Isn't he on his last year this upcoming season?
I think he signed an extension. I could look that up. But
Okay.
it seems like he signed an extension maybe 2 years ago. I could be wrong about that.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to see what happens. But everybody here thinks he's out. Kyle thinks there's no way you can trade him before the deadline. I think he's going to leave, go to the Lakers. Ray thinks he's going to the Knicks. So,
He signed through 2028.
Jesus. So, he got 2 seasons.
Got a
So,
couple
you would
more
have to
years.
give up a lot in order to get him. And that would it'd be like the Carmelo Anthony trade all over again. You gave up everybody on the Knicks, and then they had nobody, and they sucked.
That's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened.
But if you got Luka and Giannis, you know how many people will go there for minimums?
That's why I said the Knicks. They would still have a team after all of that.
I could see that. They would have to give
And
up
in the East.
Cat.
They give up Cat.
I give up
You
Cat
still
for
got
Giannis.
everybody else.
I'd give up Cat for Giannis.
And you in the
Cat
East.
balling this year. And you,
I
Yeah.
said this before. I'd give up Brunson for Giannis, and I'd pair Giannis and Cat together. I like that combo better
man,
than
who's gonna
Brunson.
They
dribble the
need a-
ball?
they need a
AD
PG,
Brunson,
man. You
They
need a guard.
You need that. man.
Giannis can
in
handle
my
the ball.
opinion.
Giannis can handle the ball. You
Not
you
like
need
Brunson. Not like Brunson.
I
My
give
man
up
said-
Cat in a heartbeat.
said this is why my main man Soldier Man pulled up. He said this is why the Cavs can't offload anyone. Well, I don't think nobody looks at anybody on the Cavs in the same light at all as a Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jared Allen, nobody's jockeying for Jared Allen. Darius Garland, I call him street clothes. Nobody's looking for Darius Garland. If anything, they'll take Donovan Mitchell off our hands happily, quickly, and try to get it and nothing back. Okay, so my main man Ray, 6:23 a.m., the legend that he is, and the very creative
Legend.
mind that he is. Yes, you are a legend. I know you as a legend. I still listen to going. Go. If you know, you know. Okay, so what we do now, and he created this is we have a draft, and we pick a certain topic, player, position, or things like that. And what we do is we have a snake draft, and we put together the perfect X. We've done a quarterback, we've done a wide receiver. So Ray said, you know what? Let's switch it up. Let's tis the season to play basketball. Let's make the perfect NBA player. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a mock draft of the perfect NBA player. I want the chat to come along with us on this journey, and we're drafting by intangibles and we're drafting by skill set. So we'll go ahead and we'll get it rolling. We will pick, one at a time, snake draft top to bottom. And from there, you can only pick one person. You can't pick them twice. You can't say, I want to pick Patrick Ewing's, size and then Patrick Ewing's defensive IQ. You can only pick one player per attribute, per skill set. Okay, so you're going to have a 30-second timer. Everybody up here, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. We're going to get through this pretty quickly because we want to be able to touch on a couple other things. So we still got some NFL news and, of course, unpopular opinion. So we did a randomizer in the beginning of the show, and unfortunately, Kyle won. And he gets the first overall pick in the Build-A-Player NBA draft. Now, this isn't a position. This is just a player that you would want to build to go ahead and be the best that you could be, okay? And to get it started off, we're going to get with some intangibles first before we get into the skill set. And I'm going to try to write down everybody to keep up with everybody's player so I can read them back and we can see who won at the end according to the chat. So we're going to start off with the one thing that makes somebody great intangibly. We're going to start off with the IQ. The IQ of a basketball player. Okay? My main man, Cal, Warner Brothers Podcast. Like, subscribe, and enjoy.
Well, if we're going off IQ, okay, there you go. There you go.
You are on the clock. 30 seconds. Go.
We're going off IQ.
Come on,
My
man.
number one pick. Listen, I'm going Nikola Jokic.
Ooh.
I saw this man. This is how I know this man's a basketball sicko. Like,
That's
just
crazy.
how he processes shit differently. I seen this. I don't know if y'all saw this clip. This was last year, probably around this time, honestly. There was like 0.4 seconds on the clock. They had it off a made basket, right? So they got to go full court. This man had his teammate lob it up, and he tried to punch the shit full court, and he almost made it. Like, it had the distance. He airballed it, but it had the distance. Like, I don't know any other player that would think of that. Like, this man's got a different type of brain when it comes to basketball. Not only that, man, we've seen this guy take on Team USA with guys who are basically either bench players or wouldn't make the NBA, and he went toe to toe with these guys. You got to have a different sort of IQ. You got to have a different sort of feel for the game. So when it came to IQ, that was the very first person I put down was Nikola Jokic.
All right. Ray, 6:23 a.m. Art Dealer Entertainment. Like, subscribe, and enjoy on all platforms. You are on the clock.
You already know who I'm going with. Boy, Kyle just won it for me in my eyes. The smartest basketball player to ever live, man. LeBron James.
I'm already writing it down, man. I have to wait for you to say it.
Basketball genius, man.
Basketball.
Dude, know your plays, know every player tendencies. Like, I didn't seen the Raptors say it. Like, this dude knew our plays when we walked on the floor. Like, he tell you where you supposed to be at.
Right.
Like, everybody know it, man. It's like, ain't nothing else to say, man. I got LeBron IQ. I ain't worried about none of the other categories.
Hey, yes, you are. You should be. All right. I am on the clock. All right. So I had to pick last. So I'm going to do somebody a little off the beaten trail as far as somebody's IQ. I'm going to go with Chris Paul.
That's a good one.
Solid.
IQ, yes. IQ, top tier. He is a floor general, always has been. He demands people to. He knows every position on offense and where you're supposed to be. His defense, but I'm just talking about it as far as offensive IQ. The man's elite, top tier. Nobody can really touch him as far as IQ. My main man D23 pulled up. He said, Jason Kidd. That's an IQ for you.
Great one.
Yeah,
that was my other one. But I went ahead with Chris Paul because of his ability to just be able to just be that guy. I think Chris Paul could be a good head coach too, just like Jay Kidd.
Sure.
Okay. So we're going to keep it moving. And I am on the clock. So this round we're gonna go with clutch. Yes, I'm gonna make it simple. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Boy, you look like Blank Man. Okay, shout out my ball.
Blank Man.
Boy, you look like Lil Bill.
Oh,
You look
shit.
like Michael Jordan. You look like old bowling ball. Okay, so I take Michael Jordan as my clutch gene for my build a basketball player. We're starting with intangibles. The man wanted the last shot, needed the last shot, expected the last shot, and he made a lot of them to not only just in regular season, but also in the big moments. And that's where the clutch gene really comes into play. So my pick for clutch gene is Michael Jordan. Ray, you are on the clock.
Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, y'all making this too easy for me, man.
Come on.
I'm going with the Mamba, man. Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant in the clutch.
Hey,
You know, LeBron IQ, Kobe clutch.
we got that up
It's
there.
about to get
Chassis
bad for
Mamba.
y'all.
Okay. Maybe my man Soldier Man pulled up. He said Jordan clutch all day. So we the
Facts.
chat's rolling with us so far. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna go straight to the next one. My main man Cal, Warner Brothers Podcast. Shout out Warner Brothers. Shout out Keenan. I like that.
Shout out Keenan.
Okay.
Shout out Keenan.
Shout out.
Sir.
I like that guy. I love to argue with him too.
One of my favorite pastimes. One of my favorite pastimes. Hey, I'm gonna make this simple. Reggie Miller, man. He is one of the clutchest to ever do it.
Sleeper.
Yeesh.
I don't hear his name get brought up nearly enough for clutch because, like you said
Yeah,
about
he-
MJ, like to take the shot, you gotta want to take that shot. And
Yeah.
Reggie loved taking the big shots.
I watched him live too.
Yeah, man. I mean, you had to be there for it.
Oh.
Like that dude relished competition. He wasn't on the
did.
level of Kobe or Jordan, but he carried
clutch
himself
gene
like
in
he
him.
was, and he hit the big shots, man. So Reggie Miller.
Yeah.
Honorable
That's a
mention
good
for me. If I couldn't get him, I was gonna go with Ray Allen.
Oh yeah, that's a great one.
That's a good one
It's
too.
honorable mention. Okay,
Game
So-
6.
right. Okay, my main man said clutch. Iverson. Iverson was clutch.
Shouts to
He
AI.
wanted it. The only 5'11" guard that was absolutely amazing. He wasn't 6 foot. He can convince me that man
Hell
was 6
no.
foot. He was so tiny, man, but he was so
I know.
just demonstrous out there. He just
dog.
rah. Okay, so now
Love
we're
it,
about to
Chuck.
get into the tangible assets of a player, and we're gonna dig a little deep. We're gonna start off, because what wins championships? Defense. Defense. Kyle, you are on the clock.
There's 3 players I badly want to go with here.
You can only pick one.
I can only pick one. I can only pick
You
one.
only pick one.
You know what? I'm gonna go Dennis Rodman. I'm gonna go Dennis Rodman.
Damn,
He's a sicko.
that's a perfect one.
That's a
Yeah.
nice one right there.
That man is a defensive genius. He's the only player I've seen actually like guard Shaq one-on-one. And he was like 6'8". Like try to make sense of that. This dude's 6'8" and he could guard 7'1", damn near 400-pound Shaq one-on-one.
Right.
You got to be some sort of genius for that. So there's a couple other guys I want to go with here, but I'm gonna settle with Dennis Rodman. And I think
Settle
that's
with
a good
Dennis
place.
Rodman.
I think that's a good place to settle.
That's a good place to land. That's a hell of
Yeah.
a place to land. Ray, you are on the clock. Defense.
This one is a little bit hard because I'm thinking perimeter and interior. That's why I think Kyle got the best pick. Dennis Rodman is one of the few people that can guard interior and, on the wing. So I'm gonna pick somebody that's similar that can do the same, and I'm gonna go with KG. I'm gonna go with Kevin Garnett.
I
That's
like
my
it.
other guy. That's my other one.
I like it. I like it.
That's a great
My main
pick.
man, Soldier Man, pulled up. He said, IQ, I got one different for you. Clyde Drexler.
That's random. That's a
That's a good word
That's a
for
good
it.
one.
I had no ball.
That's a good word for it. Okay. Kyle, you got Rodman. Ray, you got KG. I am now on the clock. And for defense, I picked the only Metta World Peace. I take Ron Artest. Ron
I like
Artest
it.
would be my
Dude.
defensive
Ron Artest.
attributes if I was building the game. Meta world peace for me. Meta
You
world
need
peace.
a psycho on defense.
You need somebody who's sick in the head. And honorable mention Draymond Green. You know, that was my other one I was leaning toward. But I went with the guy who punches people in the stands. Okay. All right, so we got IQ, we got clutch, we got defense. Let's get into some offense. Let's get into some fun stuff. Okay.
Oh
So
man, you said mine.
yeah. We can't pick twice.
I don't know. I'm looking at the chat. He said the person that.
Yeah.
Dang, I should have said him.
That's a good one. I forgot. I'm gonna put it up there.
Yeah.
My main man pick Scottie Pippen. Yo, that defensive
That's what I
genius
should have
out
said.
there. That is a good one because he could guard, but he's on the same
he's
team as Dennis Rodman. Okay, let's get into the now fourth pick of this draft, fourth round of this draft. We're going to get into athleticism. Okay, so we're gonna get to some athleticism out here, and for athleticism, it was clutch for me. I was struggling, man. I was. It's so because every athlete, you know, is absolutely amazing, and I don't know. I'm stuck. I want to pick somebody with my heart, but then I want to pick somebody with my head. So I'm just gonna go with my heart, athleticism wise, and I am going to go with Vince Carter. Vince Carter had amazing athleticism all around. I'm talking about jumping out the gym, being able to go over people, and just a bounce that was absolutely crazy. So for my pick, I pick, wow, that's a good one. For athleticism, I pick Vince Carter. Somebody, my main man Zay pulled up, he said no Kawhi for defense? I can't even be mad at that. It's only three of us, right? Somebody would have picked him. So I'm going to go Vince. I'm going to go Vince for defense. Vince for athleticism, excuse me. And somebody agrees with me. My main man E put up Vinsanity. You already know. My main man Soldier Man put Robin was a Piston first. He was. But he was the defensive menace on the Pistons. Again, you got another Scottie Pippen guy. Again, they agree with me. Athleticism, Vince Carter. Vince Carter, boy. Okay. I might be on to something, y'all. I might be on to something. Okay, so we're going to keep it moving. Got a lot to talk about, little time to do it. Ray, you're on the clock for athleticism.
That's tough.
I know.
There's
right?
so many great athletes.
Man.
But I'm going with the build of my player in mind.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go Russell Westbrook.
Yo,
just on speed,
that's
strength,
dope.
You know, rebounding, durability, play hard every night. You know, I don't think he wastes his athleticism at all. Like, you see the way that dude dunk, man.
Westbrook athleticism,
insane, man.
Westbrook athleticism.
Just angry at the rim for no reason. Like.
For no reason.
Oh Lord! Shout out to D. My main man D said, "My boy, I'm sticking with him, Zach LaVine for athleticism." I can't get mad at that. He ain't as athleticism as he used to, but prime Zach LaVine, he was hard to touch.
That's why I picked Russ. He old and he's still fast. He's still strong. It's like, damn, this dude.
All right, Cal, you are on the clock for athleticism.
I'm actually gonna keep with the theme that Ray just got. Man, he went point guard. I'm gonna go point guard as well. Derrick Rose, man. I've never seen anybody move like Derrick Rose on a basketball court. Like I never seen someone make cuts the way he do. Baseline to baseline, ain't nobody as fast as him.
We talking prime, not injured. We talking about when they was in their prime.
Not Knicks Derrick Rose. Not Grizzlies Derrick Rose.
Right.
Talking
about rookie of the MVP, rookie of the year. That Derrick Rose.
2011 Derrick Rose.
Man,
2011
so
Derrick
fast.
Rose. All right, we're gonna keep it moving. Cal, you are back on the clock, and we are going to go with passing. Kyle, you are on the clock. Passing. Who do you got as your athlete?
Man, there's an obvious one here. Like, there's a greatest passer of all time. I'm actually gonna go J Kidd.
Damn.
I'm gonna go with J Kidd.
Oh, he
That's
got
my
you right. He
sleeper.
snuck you
I was
right.
definitely gonna go with J Kidd, man.
I'm-
People
you
know
be
what?
forgetting about him, man.
I might even back out of this pick because there's another player I
Can't you
want to use
you gotta
for
be
it.
locked.
No,
who
I'm
you-
locked in. I'm
You're
locked
locked
in. J Kidd it
man.
is.
You can't be switching up, man.
Real quick about J Kidd, he's the closest passer I've seen that reminds me of Magic, I would say.
Yup.
I've always loved how J Kidd runs the break. He was one of my favorite point guards growing up. I think he's severely underrated. I don't hear J
Super
Kidd's name brought
underrated,
up
man.
nearly enough when it comes to these great point
Nah.
guards because that dude, he could score 2 points in a game and still be the best player on the court. Not many
Yup.
players can do that.
And he took them sorry Nets teams to the finals twice.
True that.
My man, Soldier Man said
True
Steve
story.
Nash for passing. Steve Nash for passing. Strong said he went back to athleticism. Said Dr. J. That's some athleticism for you.
Hmm.
My main man said Ray might have just won with the Rose pick. That was Kyle. Kyle
That was
picked Rose
Kyle, yeah.
for athleticism. Kyle picked Rose. Said my main man, the Soldier Man said Nash is the most unselfish I've ever seen.
Nash was great. Nash
Okay.
was great.
Okay. Let's keep it moving for the chat. Give away my pick. Ray, you are on the clock for passing.
Shit, they made it easy for me. I watched this man myself too. And he's right behind Jason Kidd for me. Steve Nash.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
okay. All
Good
right.
pick.
That's a great pick. So you got that is he was amazing with the pass game. Okay. So we got Steve now. I'm gonna keep it simple, short and sweet. My main man D, he thinking right with me. All right, so y'all took my guys. We're going Jason Williams. White chocolate, baby.
Ooh, I like
White
it.
chocolate.
I
You
like
know,
it.
pause. Jay Will was incredible. He did and
Yup.
one passes in the middle of a basketball game.
Hmm.
It was effortless. The stuff he
Yeah.
did was just, it looked cool. You know, I still say Steve Nash was the most, he was just textbook with the passing and was on point, right in the pocket, right where you wanted to be. Same thing with J Kidd. You know, they paid homage to Magic, but Jay Will, he brought flair to the passing game. So that's who I go with for my passing. Okay, we're going to keep it on moving. And this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting, people. This is where we're going to break away the good guys and the bad guys. We're going in the handles. I'm not even going to cheat you. We're going in the handles. So I'm on the clock. I take my main man, Cleveland's own, Kyrie Irving, for handles, baby.
Yeah.
That man is a
easy.
magician with the basketball. Abracadabra. My main man Strong said Pistol Pete for passing. He took it back with that one. But I take Kyrie Irving for my handles. All right. I got Kyrie. Ray, you're on the clock. Who you got for handles?
See, I'm thinking strategy since it's three of us. I'm gonna take somebody off the board because he's probably the best, second best after Kyrie with the ball handling, but I know shooting coming up, and I'm taking him off the board. And that's Steph Curry.
I knew
Take
you
it,
was
Steph.
I was hoping he's gonna
Take it,
come back
Steph.
around. Steph
Mhm.
with the ball handling.
Mhm.
That's actually very smart of you, Ray, to get him up out of there. If we going.
I knew something because
goal
I
for
knew I
goal
wasn't
with a
going
pick.
first.
Right.
And no Brown. I'm like, let me get Steph up out of here.
Smart.
All right. That was actually a very strategic move. Kyle, you're on the clock for handles.
Hey, man, when it comes to handles, there's 3 players I think of. Y'all took the first 2, Kyrie and Steph. Third guy, Jay Crossover, man, Jamal Crawford. No one got handled like him.
Yo, his handles
Nice.
were
Street
underrated.
games.
Underrated. Jay Crawfish, I
Yup.
see you, baby. He had
Got
and
that
one
and
handles in the
one.
game.
Yeah. Mhm.
He did. I give him
On some
that.
different shit.
All right.
That's the pick.
That's a great pick. All right, we get into our last round. Chat, keep chiming in with your picks. So, last but not least, what everybody loves to see besides people dunking the ball is shooting. Cal, you have to pick your person for your attribute and shit. And it got real interesting now. Steph is off the board.
He's off the board. I was actually going to take this guy. I was going to take this player with passing. He's still here for shooting. Larry Bird. Shouts to Larry Bird. Larry
Good
Legend.
one. Good one.
Damn.
Got the
Good
that,
one.
that shot too. Like, money. It's money.
Okay. Good one. Good one. Good one. What chat? What y'all say? What y'all got? Who y'all got for shooting? KI equals Kyrie. My man said KI equals Kyrie Irving equals Killer Instinct. That's crazy work.
Nice.
It's a
It's
fact.
nice.
My D said handles Tim Hardaway, the first killer crossover.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
said
Tim
y'all
Hardaway
tripping.
had
No
that,
one said
too.
AI.
Hey, I got the
He
cross.
was up there,
Like,
but
He
yeah,
was,
he
he was
already
on the
got picked.
list. He was on the list.
Yeah.
Did Iverson get picked for anything?
No, he didn't
He
actually.
didn't get picked. He
Dang,
was
that's a
there.
sleeper. Somebody said Mark Price. He had handles too
oh
Somebody
shit.
said
and
Mark
could shoot.
Price. That's crazy.
That's a
Word.
good one.
Mark
Yeah.
Price. Yeah, that's a bad
He slept on
Caucasian.
for real.
All right. So where we at? Oh, we are now on shooting. And so you just went, Kyle, you get the double up. And you said Larry Bird. So now we're coming to you, Ray. You're on the clock.
All right, with shooting, I went with the 50, 40, 90 guy that I think is. I'm picking somebody that can shoot from anywhere, not just threes.
Man, come on.
So I'm going with KD,
Fuck.
Kevin Durant, midi, free throw, threes, head, air everywhere.
Yeah.
Still doing it.
It makes it difficult
going with
because once
KD.
somebody's picked, you can't pick them nowhere else. And that's where
Yeah,
it gets
facts.
difficult. Okay, so you got
Tough.
KD. That's where it gets interesting. You can't, I'll pick him for this. Well, I pick him for that. No, he's off the board.
Mhm.
Can't pick him again. It's over with. My main man said T Mac. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Ray, okay. So last but not least is Moi for the final pick in the build the perfect NBA player draft. I'm on the clock. And since you took Larry Bird, you took KD, you took Steph, I got him on my list, so I'm going to stick to my
Shuttlesworth.
list. Ray Allen.
Shuttlesworth.
You already knew
For
where I
sure.
was going, man. That's the one
For sure.
that man could shoot. He can shoot. He's a
Mhm.
sniper, man. He won LeBron the title, and I love
He's clutch
LeBron.
too.
He won LeBron the title, and that's where when he didn't get picked for clutch, I held him in my back pocket because I didn't think nobody else was gonna pick him.
Yeah,
But he used to be able to dunk out the gym. He just slowed down, so
yeah,
never
fact.
lost his shooting.
And had a handle. Yup.
Yeah, he had the yank back. Okay, so for final review on the build the perfect player, we're gonna start off with Cal. For IQ, he took the Joker, Nikola Jokic. For clutch, he took Reggie Miller. For defense, Cal, he took Dennis Rodman. For athleticism, Cal took Derrick Rose. Dang, the athleticism of Derrick Rose and the defense of Dennis Rodman, the IQ of Jokic, the clutch of Reggie Miller that's kind of where it's like, But then he goes off and he picks J Kidd for passing. And then for handles, he turns around and picks Jamal Crawford. And then for shooting, he picks Larry Bird. That's a hell of a combination.
That's a hell of a
right
player.
there.
Yeah.
That is
You said what on Reggie Miller? He was like, I'm like,
the
is
clutch.
you serious, man?
Clutch.
Reggie was clutch, bro.
He was
87 seconds.
He was
All right.
super clutch.
So Ray, for IQ, he got
Got a game around
LeBron.
Mike too.
Smartest man on the court. For clutch, he took the Mamba. Now that's clutch. That mother right there. Defense, KG. That's the weak spot to me. Athleticism, Westbrook. Passing, Steve Nash. Handles, Steph Curry. Shot, KD. That's a bad man. That's a bad man. And last but not least, moi. So IQ, I took Chris Paul. You know, man. Clutch, MJ. Defense, Meta World Peace, Ron Artest. Athleticism, Vince Carter. Passing, Jay Williams, White Chocolate. Handles, Kyrie Irving. And my shot was Ray Allen.
I think you had a flashiest player.
You think I had the flashiest?
Flashiest player.
Man, with
Kyrie dribbling and
yeah. Jay Wills
who else
passing.
you say? Jay Wills passing.
Yeah, with Vince Carter's athleticism.
Yeah, he flashy. I don't know if he gonna win.
He's killing everybody. But he got Chris Paul's IQ. And MJ's clutch.
Chris Paul up there.
And MJ's clutch.
Let the chat decide, man.
With Ray Allen shooting. I'm just saying. So chat, y'all
can't
decide who y'all got. Play it back. Listen to it again. You know what I mean? My main man said world be free. Yeah, Meta World Peace, man.
Oh wow, damn.
Meta
World be
World
free.
Peace, man. World be
pull.
free. Broke it down for y'all. Okay. Let's keep it moving. That was a little longer than we needed it to be, but that's cool. That was fun. Chat, keep tapping in with your people. We're going to switch it over to the NFL news. We are in the playoffs. It is time. People have been eliminated. And I want to talk about two young guns who are balling. I want to talk about Caleb Williams, and I want to talk about Drake May. And I want to ask you, and I want to ask the chat, who is the better young QB and why between Drake May and Caleb Williams? Because they seem to be the future of the NFL. You know, I'm still not sold on a lot of the other guys. CJ Stroud, he's hit or miss. Jalen Hurts, I think he's but as far as like the guys who look like they're taking that next step to be elite, Caleb Williams, Drake May, easily. Who and why is better between the two? I'm gonna start with my main man Ray.
Oh, it's
Who's
to
better
me,
between as a young QB between and why between Caleb Williams and Drake May? Because they're the future of the league, from what I can see.
yeah, I think they a part of that class. I would throw Jaden Williams in there, Jaden Daniels in there too. But
You
I think
would. So
I'll go with
you think he's better than Drake May or Caleb Williams? You can speak on that. You can throw your curveball in there.
no. I just said he in that class.
Okay.
No, I just said he in that class. But if I had to pick, I would go with Caleb. And I think I would go with Caleb. Obviously, Drake May got MVP votes coming his way, but I would go with Caleb just because I ain't never seen like the arm like that. Like maybe Mahomes, maybe Aaron Rodgers, but he got a live arm, man, and that's like that'll get you out of a lot of things, especially playing in the snow. And I feel like once they talent get to where it need to be, you gonna see that arm take them to where they need to be as far as like they might mess around and get to the Super Bowl just because of that, just because of his arm, you know. Like I'm gonna be honest, I ain't know it was that good because his first season was a little shaky. Everybody was like, you know, old boy from the Commanders was better than him, but it's like, nah, just be
Coaching.
patient. We got to see, what it really was, and it's like this dude making throws off his back foot, perfect spirals, just everything. Like I can't name too many players that I've seen like that throw a ball that good. You know what I mean? He ain't turning the ball over. And it's the Bears, man. I don't think they ever had a good quarterback. And this dude, you know what I mean?
Never.
Like they always had like game managers, and he like the first dude that's like this dude got the rocket, man. So I'm like, I would personally go with Caleb. You know
Okay.
what I mean? He cocky, but he back it up.
Cal, who you
And I don't
got?
like the Patriots.
Ah, Cal, who you
Fair
got?
enough.
Who's the better
Fair
young
enough.
QB and why? Caleb Williams or Drake May, or do you have a curveball?
As of today, as of January 15th, I would go with Drake May. Subject to change though, you never know. I think Caleb has the better raw talent. Like Ray said, like the shit he can do with a football, like the amount of throws he can make, which Drake May has that too, but Caleb's got the escapability. I'm
Mhm.
still I like as we're sitting here today, bro, I still have no clue how the Chicago Bears are playing on divisional weekend. I don't know how they made it to a 2 seed. Like I don't know how they won a
Facts.
lot of these games, bro. Like, I don't know. But they're here and Caleb took advantage of the situation. I think he's more mistake prone than Drake May, which is why I'd have Drake May ahead of him. And that's really the only
Mhm.
reason. Drake's protected the ball much better than I thought. But to be fair to Caleb, he's actually protected the ball much better than I thought, especially down the stretch. I'd say Thanksgiving on, he's been protecting the ball well. So it's Caleb, or excuse me, it's Drake May by a sliver. But we'll see this weekend. They each got some tough tests. You know, they got the Rams. Bears got Rams at home, and the Pats got a real defense coming to them up in Gillette. So we'll find out a lot about both these quarterbacks this weekend.
It's my turn.
We know who you picking, man.
Yeah, yeah. You like
It's
Drake May
like the
more than
Drake
me?
Make show, man. I swear, man.
Drake
He
May's
find
my
a way to
quarterback,
put him in
dude.
there
You
every
love Drake
week.
May more than me.
Listen, man,
Damn.
when you were completing 72% completion percentage, you threw over 4,300 yards, 31 touchdowns, and only 8 interceptions. You've ran for over 450 yards, averaging 4.4 carry with 4 rushing touchdowns. Come on, man. Caleb Williams is only throwing the ball at a 59% clip. He has better weapons than Drake May. He has a better offensive line than Drake May. I say, and the thing is, he has the defense that is given. Caleb Williams has a defense that has the most turnovers in football, so he gets more opportunities than Drake May. Drake May is the best quarterback in football right now. Right now. He deserves to be MVP. I said he's going to take the Patriots to the Super Bowl, and I don't even like the Patriots. I like Drake May. I hated on Drake May when he first came in. I thought he was going to be Mac Jones. The thing is he might not have the side-to-side escapability of Caleb Williams, but he has the rushing ability that Caleb Williams doesn't have. You know, he's almost Lamar Jackson-esque. And people say, what? And don't let the Caucasian persuasion fool you. The man can run the ball. You know what I mean? When you got 4+ rushing touchdowns, you're doing something right. And he's not just running a man like a Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts from the 2-yard line. Caleb Williams' arm talent is absolutely elite. Not going to knock it. But you know who has the highest completions for 20-yard throws? Drake May. You know, has the most touchdowns for 20-yard plus throws? Drake May. And he don't got a DJ
Well, you having an MVP year.
Rome Odunze. He don't have
don't try to act like they just got all this crazy
who
talent. They okay.
They okay.
Just
So
like
they don't have a pro baller in the first round pick out there catching
man,
the
we ain't
ball.
not about to do that.
And then he got Coach
and y'all say overall
another first round pick. This is just my opinion. I'm just giving you why. I asked who's better and why. And I'm telling you why I think he's better. He's
I think it's easier to say it now because he's having an MVP season, but we're gonna see in a couple of years who's better.
Earlier in the season.
No, I know I gave you that. But I'm just saying they got a Peyton Tom Brady vibe to me.
Yeah.
Tom Brady wasn't as clean and perfect as Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's the genius, the don't make no mistakes. But when the playoffs come, I need a live arm. I need that dude with that, that clutch gene. I'm not saying Drake May don't have it, but I just feel like Caleb Williams got that.
Does?
Yeah, I think he's gonna show it. I think he's gonna show it.
I think his arm will get him out of a lot of trouble.
It.
I think his arm will get him out of a lot of trouble. Let's get to the chat.
We're gonna see.
They said, chat say both have coaches who turn their styles and careers completely around. Absolutely. Drake May have to see Houston this week. That's the true test. That is the true test.
Big test.
My main man E said Drake May said more accurate than Caleb Williams. Absolutely agree. My main man D pulled up. He said Caleb Williams out of 2 because he had made clutch throws to go win for the Bears. So he agrees with you guys, with you, Ray. So that's our takes. I got Drake May. Kyle for now, as of January 15th, he's putting an asterisk next to his. I stand on mine.
Yeah, because Houston coming up. He like let me we can make him look real bad.
I predict Drake May beats Houston by 7. 2 touchdowns.
Hey, what you think, Kyle?
Oh, for making picks, I'm gonna say 21-16. Pats. I think the Texans are going to be real tough. If the Texans had Nico playing in this game, I'd honestly probably pick against my own team because that defense is legit. We just seen the Pats get in a battle last week with the Chargers.
It's Aaron Rodgers, man. It's Aaron Rodgers.
No. I'm talking about the Pats.
I'm saying, y'all gave Houston.
You said the Pats.
But I'm just
Pats
saying,
got the Chargers
I'm speaking
last week.
on this Houston defense that everybody hyping up so much, man.
But they did that all season. They made a lot of quarterbacks.
They are good.
They shut down Josh Allen. So
I
don't know. It's going to go one of two ways. It's either going to be a Pats blowout or it's going to be an extremely close game. I think it's going to be a close game.
That's fair.
After that game CJ played, I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to be able to. He's going to have to bounce back in a major way.
Man, and the Pats
for them
defense
to beat the Patriots at Gillette.
Exactly.
Yeah, in Gillette.
In the cold.
Ain't this their first playoff game in a long time, too?
I think so.
Ain't this their first?
Yeah.
They've been going crazy. Crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep it moving. Our last NFL topic, and this one is for the chat too. I want y'all. This one's easy. We're gonna give our picks, and we're gonna keep it moving. We're running close on time. Who would the NFL MVP be if you couldn't pick a quarterback? You cannot pick a quarterback. Who is the NFL MVP? Regular season MVP. If you can't pick a quarterback, Kyle, you got your answer?
I thought about this when we were making our picks for MVP a couple weeks ago, and one of the easy picks would be to say like Puka or JSN or Christian McCaffrey. Those are the easy picks because their teams are successful.
Yes.
Because they were such a large part of their offense.
Correct.
You can call this play into the home crowd right here, but I'm actually going to go with Myles Garrett, man. I don't think there was a better player outside of
Wow.
quarterback this year than Myles Garrett. I've never seen. I said this on our podcast multiple times. Shouts to the Warner Brothers podcast.
Shout out Warner Brothers Podcast.
I've never
Like, subscribe,
seen.
enjoy.
Facts. I've never seen a defensive lineman or any defensive player get in a zone like that. Like from I think it was like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving up into December. This dude had like he had a 5-sack game, he had a 3-sack game, he had like multiple games of over 2 sacks. You don't see that, especially in that short of a span. So I've never seen a defensive lineman be quite that dominant as he was this year, especially for that 6-week stretch.
Okay. Who you got? Ray, who you got? Who is the MVP if you can't pick a quarterback?
I think I would go with Myles Garrett too.
Oh, my
Even
God.
though they didn't get as many wins as they should have got. The way they was like triple teaming him, and he was still getting these numbers. You knew what he was coming to do, and he still was getting it done.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And he had 5-sack games, I think, multiple times, or 4-sack games. It just was so many crazy games, and I just think that's like a tough thing to do. And we know people don't get MVPs outside of quarterbacks for real, but this is one of those times that he probably deserved it, man, because I don't think we seen nothing like this before, where he was damn near winning games on his own. The few games that we did win, Myles Garrett affected him.
Okay. You know what? If just for sake of not running the table, and I definitely think Myles Garrett was the most impactful football player, but I got a guy who I personally think made another guy look even better than what he really is, and he impacted his team from the offensive side of the football, and really nobody's talking about this guy. And that guy, as my better half likes to say, Jackson Smith my nigga. I mean Jackson Smith and Jigba. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I think should be the NFL MVP if we weren't picking quarterbacks. MVP's the quarterback award. The man was absolutely elite. He's not even like the most dynamically athletic, crazy guy. Ohio State representative, OH. And
I'm about to say, where you go to school? Yeah.
OH.
IU.
Baby. And I think Jackson Smith and Jigba make Sam Darnold look like a top caliber quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
He was just always getting open. I got some stats for you. I love speaking my stats. He had 163 targets, 119 receptions for 1,793 yards and 10 touchdowns. He averaged 15 yards a catch.
That's production.
That's the whole damn production. Sam Darnold only threw for like 3,000 yards. So he had almost 1,800 of them. We could say 1,800, 1,793. Come on. He caught the ball 119 times, 10 touchdowns. Like, I'm surprised he didn't win the Triple Crown. Like, what were the people say Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. Puka Nacua. He might be the best wide receiver in football.
True story.
And he doesn't have a Matthew Stafford throwing him the ball. He doesn't have a quote unquote, household name throwing him the ball. So my MVP pick would be Jackson Smith and Jigba. But Myles Garrett is my go-to, Cleveland till I die. But you see it in the background.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are all great choices, guys. Everybody did well. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Chat, chime in. Oh, we did chime in. He said Myles Garrett, hands down. Capital hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So before we get out of here, we're going to get into a little bit of unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinions are not necessarily sports related. We're just going to get some opinions from everybody, then we're going to wrap it up. I came with the unpopular opinion this week. In my unpopular opinion, there's been a lot going on in the world with this whole deportation thing. People have been getting killed. A young lady got killed when she was trying to evade the police or the ICE agent or some type of law enforcement. and it's not just people who are committing crimes. These are innocent people that are just honestly fleeing for their lives, not really even doing anything illegal except for being in here and they're not supposed to, and things of that nature, or people who are just caught right place, wrong time. So my unpopular opinion by a lot of people, and it's just, I don't know if it's unpopular to everybody else, but it is to me. I know it is to me. Law enforcement should have nothing but non-lethal ways to take down suspects. They shouldn't be given bullets and guns. They shouldn't be given, things that can kill somebody when they're trying to take them down, no matter who the suspect is. I know a lot of people don't agree. Well, they're shooting real bullets at them. So you telling me you ain't got enough aim to shoot somebody in the forehead with a rubber bullet? You know how much a rubber bullet hurts? You know what I mean? Why can't you tase them? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't even think the dogs are humane. You stick a dog on somebody, you know what I mean? And then if you shoot the dog, it's considered killing the cop. I really think that we should, when they say police reform, that should be one of them. Not them being nice, not them being super sweet, not them now trying to talk you out of a jam. You could take them down with something non-lethal. As far advanced technology as we has come, there has to be a way to take down any suspect, especially one who is not, armed, with a non-lethal way. That's my unpopular opinion. Any takes, any thoughts, anything from you guys?
I agree to an extent. Oh, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree to an extent. I like the idea of non-lethal, but I also agree with the other side that said they shooting real bullets. So I think it should be non-lethal when it's based on the situation. Usually, when the situation happens, they informed with a little bit of information on what's going on. Is he armed? These questions are asked before they arrive to the scene. So if he's not armed, then you use non-lethal. You know what I mean? But if he is armed and dangerous or whatever, I think you got to have real bullets. You know what I mean?
Situation to
But I
situation.
also would say just for the it's situational. But I also think if you do have the real bullets, then it should be certain places that they shoot them where it's not a lethal shot at all times. Like I don't feel like you gotta straight kill them if they put a gun out. It should be certain parts of the body you can shoot them. You know what I mean? To kind of I don't want to say like because any situation can happen, but to give it a chance of that person to be, survive and it don't have to be a kill. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's leg shots, whatever. But I like the idea of having the option based on the situation.
Correct. Okay. Go ahead, Cal.
Yeah, no, I like where you're going with it. I mean, it's definitely an unpopular opinion to most. I think I would want cops to be armed, most likely. But I get what you're saying. Like, automatically, you're escalating a situation, even if you're not using the gun. Just you having it on you is already going to have the other party
Mhm.
on edge. I actually think, and I've always thought this, I don't understand like why we got to go to school to be a lawyer, like as we should. We should have to go to school to be a lawyer,
Mhm.
but to become a cop, you really don't have to do much. And if I'm wrong with that, please correct me
Mhm.
in the chat. But I mean, I think by next January 15th, if all three of us here wanted to become a cop, we could just go to the academy. We'd have to do the proper
Yeah.
studying, this and that. But, there's people, I don't think the United States does nearly as good of a job as they should vetting who is and isn't a cop. Because, I mean, I think we've seen it plenty of times over the years where there's situations, much like this ICE situation, that escalated to a place where it just doesn't need to happen. And that happens entirely too much, and it happens on a smaller scale every day with cops. And you can't convince me, like, if you didn't have to go to, like, you don't have to have a college education to become a policeman. That's kind of insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, you should have to
Or be
take
checked mentally. I think it comes
exactly,
from I
exactly.
think
I
it
agree
come
with you.
from they keep hiring like scary dudes. Let's be honest. A lot of the kills come from, they hiring dudes who was bullied in school, and they the same dudes that join the Marines. They the same dudes that join the police force. They just want to hurt something. They just want to hurt somebody. They still got rage inside of them,
It's
and I
true.
think they need whatever the process is to hire them. They need to figure that out because if you can't fight, if you can't hold your own, you can't handle yourself emotionally, you shouldn't be a cop. And I think they just
100.
hiring dudes that's just ready to shoot something. We seen the movies, the jarhead type movies where you got the dude that's just ready to just kill. He don't even know why. He's just ready to shoot the gun. So I think they got a lot of those type of guys on the police force, and that's what caused a lot of these situations. It ain't always the people on the other side. It's the person that's supposed to be, making a situation die down is making it get worse.
Right. And I do not sit
100%.
here and say every police officer or every person of law enforcement has that mindset of they're trying to hurt somebody or they're looking
Absolutely
to kill
not.
somebody or they're bad people. I know a lot of people who are in law enforcement that are absolutely amazing people, wouldn't hurt a
Facts.
fly if they
Hmm.
had a fly swatter and it landed on them. And and I understand, like you said, situationally, sometimes you gotta you gotta air it out. I get it. But if there is a
Hmm.
chance in holy, sanctuary that you can stop this person without killing them and let them
Mhm.
serve their sentence or do whatever, I think that should be the automatic first step. Why, you have a gun
Yeah.
with bullets. Why don't you, and I know they carry a lot of gear and everything, and this is just me, my unpopular opinion. So you're telling me there's no way they could carry a gun loaded with rubber bullets just to have, or have a clip that they could switch
I,
out.
yeah, I
You
think you
know,
could.
it's just the thought process.
I
Okay,
think it's practical depending on the area for sure.
area. See, that's another thing. You can't stereotype an area, man. It's gotta be
Can't do you,
situational. If they got a real gun, yeah, you gotta get laid down. But if you're unarmed, man, you rubber bullets to the day till they fall down in pain because the motherfuckers hurt too. Tase them. Don't stick
Yeah.
a dog on them. Shit, because you can't catch them. You go sick them. No, don't do that. That's not cool. Get in shape. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna wrap up. We had a lot of people bounce out. We appreciate the people who stayed in. One more time so we can pay the bills. Warner Brothers Podcast on all platforms. Like, subscribe, and enjoy. We got my main man, 6:23 a.m. Art Dealer Entertainment on all platforms. Like, subscribe, and enjoy. And again, I'm your boy,
Yes.
John B., better known as DJ Chill. On Is the Hype Real Podcast. We go live every Thursday and every Sunday. Like, subscribe, and enjoy. And if you got anything you want to talk about, hit us up on Is the Hype Real Podcast at gmail.com. You got anything you want to talk about that happened during the show, you want to comment, don't be afraid to reach out at isthehypereal at gmail.com. And again, subscribe on all platforms. All right. And as I always say, to the next time, be the next time. Either be good or be good at it. All right. All right. And we out.
Yeah.